Welcome to Computer Science AQ, and we are on chapter number uh, 6 of our syllabus and 7 of our syllabus, and we are on the topic of database. In database, we learned that how we are going to connect the tables, the relational tables, with the help of a primary key and a foreign key, right? So we have done with these things. Okay. Now we are going to start our topic with SQL, structured query language, right? Okay.
Mhm.
SQL is used to access data stored in a database. So in the last lesson, we discussed about what is database. Database is a collection of organized data. So I also told you that whenever we are talking about the database, it means we are talking about a table, because table is a best way to organize our data in a form of rows and columns, isn't it?
Yeah.
So there are four main keywords in SQL that you need to be familiar with. So what are the four words we use in SQL? The first word is select. The second is from, third, where, and fourth, order by. These are the four words. Is that okay?
Yeah.
When, when we use select, let's see. Select identifies the fields to return from the database. So whenever we are talking about the fields, in which way, let me tell you, like if you have a table, serial number, name, and class. These are the three fields. So if you are going to pick any particular record from any of the column, so you always use select with the columns. Like select will be used with the name of the columns, like serial number, name, or class. From identifies which table the data will be returned from. From means that, look, this is a table and the name of our table is, let's suppose, student. This is your table name. I'm just writing STU. So whenever you're taking the data from a table, you are using a word from, always with the name of the table. Select use with the fields, name of the fields, and from use with the name of the table. Then where allows the programmer to include criteria with only matching records being returned. So you are using where with a particular criteria. Like if you are going to pick any field, whenever you're going to select any particular record, you use where. And order by is used when allows a program to put data returned by the query into ascending or descending order. So order by is used for sorting. In a simple words, order by is used for sort. You're sorting your data from ascending to descending or vice versa. So you use order by. Select and from are compulsory to use in SQL query. So whenever you're using a query, whenever you're going to generate a query, remember, two words are mandatory: select and from. Select always use with column names. From always use with table name. Where and order by are optional. Right?
Mhm. Yeah.
Let's do an example so it makes very clear for you to understand. Using the student table. Now we have a name of a student table here from the previous section as a guide. The first name and the surname fields for all the students can be shown using this SQL query. Okay. Remember the table we have taken here. Okay, this is, look, this is a student table. This is your student table. You have the column first name, you have the column surname, right? We only wanted to pick first name and surname, that's it. So let's move on to the question. So you are writing, look, select. This is mandatory, select. What you are going to select, look, what they ask, first name and surname. So first name and surname are field name, na? These are the name of the columns, fields. So you can write select word with the field name, first name and surname. And then you're using from. Look, this is the name of your table, student, right? So what I told you, that from is always used with the name of a database. So the name of a database is a student. And select is always used with the column names. Look. So whenever you type this query, the output will be like this. Look, this is your output. So first name and surname of Bradley, Jamie, Charlotte, Imogen with the surnames. So this is what I teach you up there. Select is always used with the fields. From is always used with the name of the table. So I think it's clear now. Any confusion?
No.
Great. Now what you have to do, you need to write down the SQL heading first. You need to write down these all 4 SQL queries and this example. Do it quick.
Okay.
Now, to find the same data but stored into ascending order. Now, we are working on an orders of surname. Remember, we are working on the surname only, not with the first name. And we want all the names should be applied in ascending order. It means from A to Z, right? So we are using a query order by. How? Let's see. Again, you're using select with the field names. What are the field names? First name and surname. These are the field names, right? Okay. What is a table? Student. So you write from student. And then you are using a word query order by. So what you want? Look, you want surname. So you write surname here. In which order? Ascending order. So the output will be generated like this. So you can see this word, C, cable. And you can see here, cable is on number 2, but right here in sort, in ascending order, it is represented on the first. Cable, Jamie, right? This is first name. Then what is the next name? Fletcher. Imogen Fletcher is the second name. So look, Imogen Fletcher is at 4th in the first table. But right now it is on second. Then third, and then fourth. So they work with the surnames right here. So it is being sorted in ascending order for the surnames only. Any question?
No.
Okay. To show all fields, but only those students in registration class 10B. A where clause would be used. So remember, we have done a table of registration. Let me remind you, moving back, and this is our table. Look, this is a registration table, and we only want a student which is in grade 10B. Look, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on. So we use select. What is static? What does it mean? Any idea? Static means all fields. Static represents all fields. Remember, whenever you wanted to search your data in every field, you always use static. Is that okay?
Yeah.
When we use static, tell me.
For all of the fields.
For all of the fields you're searching something, so you have to use a static. Okay, from where? What is the student name? Sorry, what is the table name? Student. Where registration class is equals to 10B. So the students which is learning in 10B are as follows. Look, 2 students are there from 10B. So registration class is an additional column here. In the first table as well, in the previous table as well. Let me show you that table. Just hold on. This is not that table. This is registration table. Let me, yes, this is a student registration. You can see 10B. Look, these are the 2 records. Look, 10B. So Charlotte and Imogen are from 10B. So if you are going to search a particular record, you always use a query where. If you wanted to search your data in an ascending order or descending order, you always use order by. And remember, from and select is mandatory in every query. So you notice that thing that select and from is present in every query. Isn't it?
Yeah.
So now you have to write down order by and you have to write down where query. These 2 queries you have to note it down. Wait. Query is to show the student ID, first name, and registration class for all students called either Jamie or Charlotte, sorted by descending order. So we have a lot of things to do in this query. First thing, we need to show student ID, first name, and registration class for all students, right? Second thing, we need to sort in descending order of their student ID. So how do we write this kind of complex query? It's very easy. First, you need to use select, and whatever the columns you see in the question, look, student name, sorry, ID, first name, and registration class. You need to write down with select. Look, it's very simple. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. From where? What is the name of the table? From student.
Student.
Simple. Now, come to the point. Where? So they asked called either Jamie or Charlotte. So they specifically ask for these 2 names. So where first name is equals to Jamie. So you need to write first name in inverted commas. Or first name is equals to Charlotte. In this way, you want the data. Whatever the student's name, Charlotte or Jamie, you just want these 2 names data. That's it. And you want them in descending. So order by will be used. Look, order by. Student ID. So you write the student ID, it's mentioned here. Look, student ID is mentioned here. In which order? Descending. For descending order, you just write DESC. So you can say registration class 10B, the bigger one comes first. Look, the bigger one comes first in the form of student ID. Look, they write for the student ID. So 4.3 comes in the first, 4.2 comes in the second option because we are looking for descending. So in descending, the big value comes first. Is that okay?
Yeah.
So Charlotte 10B, Jamie 90. These types of complex queries will become in your exams. So please write it down this, and then we are going to start knowledge check. So you have to start with this table as well. So you need to write down question A and question B.
Okay.
And if you have any problem, you can feel free to ask. searching for data using multiple tables. As we know that database is a collection of tables, and we have already discussed about the relational tables. So you remember that we have two or more tables like this, and the tables are connected with the help of a key. Do you remember that key name? We have a primary key, right? And we have foreign key. Is that remember? So foreign key is a key which is present in both tables, and that uniquely going to join the tables, isn't it? Like class. Class is here as a field, and right here class is also present as a field, and that class key is going to join both tables with the help of foreign key. So class is a foreign key right now. Got it? This is we have done in the last lesson, relational tables. You're muted. Mariam, can you hear me? So SQL can be used to link together tables and extract data from these tables. So I'm teaching you that we have done the relational database, remember? And relational database is connected with the keys like primary key and the foreign key. So we have a look if in table one we have a class, and in table two we have a class. So the class is common in both tables. That becomes a relational key as foreign key between them. Did you remember? So this is for the linking relational database, right? So to do this, an X